Hey there. Glad you're tuning in with us today. My name's Robby. I'm one of the pastors here at Christ Church, and one of the questions I've been thinking through is how do we help families win? You know, if you got a teenager, if you got a middle schooler, these are going to be some hard days being quarantined, and we want to help you win. And one of those things we found is dealing with change. Change can be hard, can't it, Jason?
It can. In fact, just the other day, I walked down the hallway and I heard one of my daughters upset in her room, and I went in and asked her, and she just said, all my plans have changed.
Yeah. And Jason actually has 7 kids. And so he has, many of them are middle schoolers, many of them are high schoolers. And so he has his hands full. And I tell you, changes across the board, and he's dealing with it, and so are our kids. I mean, I just thought of the other day when we had the daddy-daughter dance, or we were supposed to have the daddy-daughter dance, and not able to have it that night was such a hard change for me as a father. And I'm sure many of us are feeling and dealing with that very same feeling.
Agreed. And the younger kids, they can be excited to be off school, but the middle-aged kids in junior high, middle school, high school, they had a lot of things that they were looking forward to during the spring. Sports and activities, events, performances, things like that, just spending time with their friends. And in so many ways, that's changed. And for us as adults, it's changed as well. Mm-hmm. In fact, we're in a time where we have a lot of uncertainty and we're just not sure what's next. Mm-hmm. And for this foreseeable future, we're going to be in this state of not knowing. So the big question is, what do we do during a time like that? Well, fortunately, God doesn't leave us hanging. In fact, we're not the first people group that has felt this uncertainty in life. And God reminds us that He is sovereign. And there have been lots of examples in God's Word of people that had a plan, and then that plan got changed. But God had a greater plan in it. Our sovereign Lord definitely has a purpose in all things, including COVID. I think of characters out of the Scripture like Moses and David, the apostles that were called by Christ. All of them had their plans laid out before them, but circumstances changed those plans, and they adjusted, and they found themselves experiencing something even greater than they had intended in their own minds. And God has that before us. In fact, in Proverbs 16:4, the Lord says this, "The Lord has made everything for its purpose, even the wicked for a day of trouble." The Lord uses all things, even the wicked, even wicked people, even wicked circumstances, things that were not intended, things that we would not perceive to be good or we would judge to be good. But the Lord has a plan in all of those things. So the real question during this time is, what do we do with that? And I think the answer is in a transition. The transition is to move from asking why to asking what now. Many of us right now are asking why. Why COVID? Why during this time? And there's a lot of emotion that goes along with this time. So there's people that are feeling at a minimum just annoyance, but they're also feeling disappointment and frustration. There's a hurt associated with being separated from loved ones. And there might even be an underlying fear of what's going to happen to our family, what's going to happen to our extended family, older relatives, and things of that nature. And we can sit back and ask over and over again, why? But until we move to the answer to ask ourselves the questions of what now? What does the Lord have in store for this period? That's really when we're going to find our answers. Now, the confidence that we have in the Lord is going to trickle down to our kids. In fact, the degree to which you show that you're confident in what the Lord is doing during this difficult time is going to roll out and carry over into your children's feelings of what's going to happen during this time as well. So I would encourage you, as an action coming out of this video today, to talk to your children about what's going on. And I have some specific questions that will help guide that conversation. The first question is this: how do you feel about COVID? Give your children, especially your teens, an opportunity to open up and share how they really feel about what's going on at this point in our history, because it's unlike any other. The second is, just ask them, what are you disappointed about?
Right.
Give them an opportunity to speak with you and to share their feelings. And that's going to create a relationship, a dialogue that you might not have seen before. Oftentimes we're wondering, well, when are we going to get out of this? But the Lord is doing something right now in it, and we have a chance to experience that. The next question is this: do you see any good in this? And be prepared with your answer, because you're going to have to lead the conversation. You're going to have to start it and share what good you see in all of this. Some of us have been way too busy for a long time. We've been too focused on our work, focused on other things that aren't as significant. And right now we have an opportunity to focus on time with our family, whether we were ready to, whether we signed up for it, whether we wanted it or not. It's here. So now's the opportunity to spend time. And then finally, if you're ready to go to the next level, you're welcome to share with your children that verse that I brought up, Proverbs 16:4, and ask them the really deep, hard question of, what do you think the Lord is doing in this? Imagine if the Lord would bless us in our time now and change our perspective from thinking about the why do we have to deal with this, to thinking about the what now. What does He have in store for me as a parent? What does He have in store for us as a family? What does He have in store for our community? When we focus on what God's desire is and what He's doing in this situation, only then will we be able to reap the rewards of what He truly has for us during the COVID time. Thanks very much.
Well, thanks, Jason, and I really appreciate that, because I really think the conversation is so healthy. I don't know if you're walking around, everyone seems so very intense these days, and it has to be the same for our teenagers. So we need to help them win, just as we need help as parents, as adults to win as well. And so having that conversation, helping them get through that, I think is great, great advice. Hey, tune in next time. We're real excited. Jason's going to be back for round 2. Go to our website, ccgf.org, for more videos. Keep an eye on the YouTube video channel. Hope to see you next time.